to lose me. Just like that, just like that. Just like that, just like that.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, really quick, if you would like to purchase an expedited request for today's 888 Portal Prima event, simply go to the link being shown and you can get it there. That link's going to be closed in a little bit. I have to teach class later tonight. So it's going to be closed in a little bit. If you'd like to purchase, now's a good time to do it. All right, guys, we are here for the 888 Primer event. Let me just fix this link right here. I made the changes to the wrong freaking thing, but I can fix it right now. There we go. Let me just go ahead and scroll this on the bottom. How are you guys doing? Oh my God, the day has been just. um, Today's primer event started with some amazing things for me personally. Things that are, I'm assuming, going to be magnificent. So, guys, let's get started. Let's do one round, if not 2 rounds of number wars. Let me pick a number real quick. Pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches the number that I'm writing right now. That's the number that popped into my head. That sounds like a stalker. Oh, what you wrote? Let's see what you wrote. Excited for this. Long time shadow watcher stuff. Not a little bit. It's all good. For now, it's all good. Let me see what you guys are writing, okay? Don't worry about it. I know what you meant. But that's hilarious. Mm. Oh my God. I spilled my water on me. Okay. Let me get in control of myself. You guys can do it. Ooh, Cheryl, you won. Okay, let's see. Today's been crazy for me. 36, you won. Congratulations. Let's see what your higher self wants. All right. Oh, darn it. I didn't plug in my fan. My energy. Trying to talk to your higher self has caused my energy to spike. Spike. Okay, hold on. Let me plug in my fan because I'm getting. Ah. All right. There we go. Okay, your higher self wants a primer of some type that I can't say. I can't say it live, but I'll tell you privately, okay? I can tell you privately later. If that is that okay? I mean, you already know. um, Let me get myself a song. Okay. Ooh, I know what song. I know what song. Mm-hmm. Yup. Okay. Ooh. Just breathe very deep and very slow. How do you feel? Feeling good? Hopefully. Let me ask my husband to please bring me. You already be knowing. You're welcome. Let me also message you privately what it was. Sorry. Okay. All right. No dizziness? No dizziness or anything like that, right? You feel just lovely. Lovelies? Some lovely lovelies. Perfect. Thank you, Cheryl. Let's go ahead, excuse me, and do another one. Let me write a number. I got it right here. So pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches the number that I wrote, you will win something from me. I should have just played the music for all of you because I can play that music on this channel. Wait, what number did I? Oh, darn it. Darn ya. Okay, yeah. I see it right here. Come in. Thank you, babe. Love you too. All right. You guys are not close. You guys can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Believe in you. All right. Okay. I would say that it's starting to kind of trend into the right direction. Ooh. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Wherever you may call me. Okay. You guys can do it. Baby, let's cruise away from here. You guys, don't be confused. The way is clear. And if you want it, you got it forever. This is not a one night stand, baby. Yeah. Let the music take your mind. Just release and you will find Yoga. It's 76. It's 76, you guys. I gotta teach class in a little bit. It's 76. You're gonna fly away. Glad you go my way. I love it when we're cruising together. Cruising is made for love. Cruising is made for love. Cal, you're the first one that showed up on my page. All right, let's see what's your higher self wants. I love when we're cruising together. Doom, doo, 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 doom, doo, doom, doo, doom. Cruise with me, baby. Okay. Let me switch. Internal ear things. Okay. Ooh, yourself would like a bit of a complex activation. You're gonna fly away. Oh, push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction. Oh, yes. Here we go. Kel, breathe very deep and very slow. Can you turn off the overhead light, please? Thank you. This activation, it's going to tie into your defensive codes. So it's going to be amazing. Okay. How do you feel? Feeling good? What other songs do I have on? Hi, Lexi. Do-do-do-do. Oh. Tingly. Yay. Village baby, don't be a pick me. Don't be a pick me. All right, guys. I think that's good. I think that is good to go. Kel, do you have any dizziness? All right. You know what's hilarious is whenever I hear this one song, it reminds me of it reminds me of Village Baby. I've got to find it. Because you were like, "Oh, what song is that? I want to listen to it too." You're dizzy? Okay, breathe. Shh. Let it go down your back. Just trickle. Good. Is it better now? Yeah. He got mad. So I got drinks. I'm not walking around in circles worried about what he thinks. Alexa knows a bartender, so all the drinks are free. I don't even drink. Literally. I don't even drink soda. Okay. Yay. I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. Not even fresh pressed juice. The water. We got room temperature, cold, hot, lukewarm. Now, we can't do ice. So those are my options. Wish that I could, but I can't care at all. All right. Cheryl, you're first. Um, what do you mean you still see waiting? I don't know what the problem is. I don't think it's me. Like it's automatic. Everything is so dramatic. Movie scenes. Hi, Cheryl. I can be me again. Okay. So you want a general scan? I think you had mentioned, what would you like? Oh, to see if the stuff is cleared out of your field? He got mad. So I got drinks. No, I'm not walking around in circles worried about what he thinks. Swimwear. So all the drinks are free. Okay. Ooh. I'm assuming it's all out because the first line to the song shouts out shouts to all my lost boys. It's lost. All right, I can get rowdy. Let's see. K33CP. Enter into a hypercube, please. For everyone else, you might begin to feel some tingles just beyond your shield. I'm layering a cloak over you. Someone wants some. You can get some. How do you feel? Got mad, so I got drinks. Oh, you're clear, by the way. You're not breached. You're not breached, but so this is kind of like the only got my vein popping out and everything. This is gonna be only a warning. Anyone tries my energy, I would pick a different day. I would pick a different day. That can be me again. I'm saying today's not the day, because if you want some, I got much to give. Okay. So back to Cheryl. Completely pushed out. How have you been feeling as of late? Have you been feeling more like yourself? You got mad. So I got drinks. The problem is, I don't think it's me. Over, I can be me again. Ripping it off. Starting to fall. Mm-mm. Mm. You might have been exposed to the newest, like what I was exposed to. But it went away, right? Perfect. Yeah, and the sense is that you got exposed. It's wide dispersion that's being primed. Um, but if you feel good now, excuse me, then that tells me that the different things you have going on, activations, are clearing it out for you. Yeah, yeah, this is perfect. Yay! Probably your supplements too. Supplements are just so biggity bomb. I love supplements. I do. All sorts of different kinds. Like not taking supplements is me living on the wild side. Oh darn it. I didn't take any of my supplements today. Oops. um ugh, I'll take it later. All right. Thank you, Cheryl. But yeah, no, you're clear. The work that I was doing was not because of you. Um, just before you start wondering if like you had something going on, you didn't. There were things that were thinking that I mean, really? You feel like my energy is communicating vulnerable today? That's weird. You probably don't know how to read energy. For that. Yeah. Not you, Cheryl, not you. How does everyone else feel? Tingly? Any type of dizziness, anything like that, guys? Next is Jade Hart. You're welcome. Thought I'd end up with Sean, but he wasn't a match. Okay, good. Jade Hart, are you here? You know, I'm glad everyone's good. Let me. One taught me pain, one taught me patience. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I was having a little technical issue. All right. Much. Jade Hart. One taught me love. Ooh. Run through the jungle. I love this song. Do 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 do. Jade Hart. thought it was a nightmare. Lord, it's all so true. Walking slow. What? Okay. We'll come back to you, Jade. Firefly. 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 Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Hi, Firefly. What would you like me to scan? Oh, I know. Do 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 do. Mm-mm. Hey, you. Okay, General. Change my ways. Hey, you. Give me a holler. What do you say? Hey, you medicine man. What I'm hurting for. There's like abnormalities in your field. Like this no more. Oh, oh, what do you say? Oh, oh, what do you say? Oh, oh, what do you say? Set me free, change my ways. It's like spider webs, and it's like they're. Oh, no, 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 no. It's like spider webs, and then they look like they have dewdrops on them, and the dewdrops drip. And I was gonna touch one until I zoomed in. It's like it's not fully ripe yet. When fully ripe, it has a capacity for necrotic properties, rot the etheric flesh. What is that? I don't think it's yours. I don't think it's your energy. I'm being shown a very old haired type. The sense is kind of masculine, but at the same time, it's a bit androgynous. You know, like it could be a burly type female, and it's covered under a cloak. Again, very haggard type energy. Um, think of like Gandalf the Grey, but transient edition. I'm serious. Hold on, hold on. um, okay. Looking exhausted and unwell, especially from fatigue, worry, or suffering. A hawk caught for training as a wild adult of more than 12 months. A hawk caught for training. um, I think this is someone's energy that's infiltrating your field. Um, I'm not sure. Um, I'm not sure where this comes from. I am trying to detect whether or not um it keeps glitching. Like it keeps sending these pulses of white light, like it's starting to irritate me. It's okay. No, this is parasitic because what it's doing is it's overloading my sensory. Give me 1 second. All right. Something needs to be done about this. Something is setting up in your abdominal cavity, all the way through to your back. Those are all measures that would normally prevent someone or something trying to view you from being able to view inside. I don't believe this is a defensive measure that you created. It does not have your energy or any of that. It's a completely foreign energy. The androgynous old male, the haggard one. That's a being. You are the haggard hawk. So, when relating to hawks, a haggard hawk is one that's caught for training as a wild adult of more than 12 months. Something has caught you. Something has caught you, and it's trying to very slowly convert your system, very covertly convert your system. Um, hmm. Yeah, the spider webs are in your lungs too. You sent an email, right? Let me look at an email that you sent. Hold on. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm. Okay, here. Um, okay. The fall. That's when it entered. How many days ago was that? Let me see. Oh, it wasn't even days. Yesterday. When did the fall actually happen? Did you email me um as soon as the fall? Mm, 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 mm. Around noon. So it's setting up shop real fast. Wow. You were home by yourself? No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Okay. Do you remember what your feelings, emotions, experiences, thoughts, all of that earlier that day, maybe about 3 hours before? Friends we've lost along the way. With who? With what? No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Here, little darling, don't shed no tears. Okay. I'm looking for the entry point. We used to say in the government yard, drenched out. For your surgery, how long ago was that? Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. It's 11 days ago. Did you ever find out what type of sedation they use on you? Stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Preacher man, tell me heaven is under earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth. Ah, that was a point of entry because I don't see any like brute force entry. You have a squatter, a potent one. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. You're gonna need an extraction. Unfortunately, I cannot address something like this in a live stream. So you know where to get it. You would need a 2M extraction. Um, this is you could say that this is the type of being that it functions similar to 2M, extremely high frequency, was cleansed even from the Akashic, and it's wanting to come back, piggybacking off of the efforts of 2M. The core correct as well. Yeah, because it's in your core. Um, this would require some pretty intensive stuff. You need to put all your systems in dormancy. It's you could say it's hacked into your bioelectric systems, the pathways, and it's feeding off of your system. Have you been feeling exhausted? Let me see. Been exhausted, yeah, because it's using up all your bioelectricity. Um, get up, stand up. Yeah, that's what it's doing. Have you been feeling some like mild cramps in your legs? Don't give up the fight. Um, I'll do that for you. Put everything in suspended stasis in regards to the electrical stuff so it can't feed from you. Um, just breathe. Um, do you mean no, don't do it? One life, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. I love this song. One love, one heart. Okay. Together and feel all right. One love. Together and feel all right. Okay. How do you feel right now? No leg pain. Okay. Because if you were having some odd cramping, restless foot syndrome, I would say its presence is really messing up the biosalts your body. Um, Also, like, you might want to look into some type of magnesium, dermal application of magnesium. It's a lot harder to take it in. A lot of the usual magnesium supplements, internal, um, is not so bioavailable. It's not readily assimilated into your system. Um, I believe on Facebook. I think you're on Facebook, right? If you are on the Soul Sanctuary, no, the I don't remember what it's called, but I be posting in there. Anytime I go on Facebook, I post in there. So let me just figure this out. Oh, I just saw it. Hold on. One night, da da. Let's get together and feel all right. The Soul Sanctuary podcast, the TSS Pod private group. Ooh, a 3D model of a 2D frequency map. Oh my God, let me send this to myself. Oh, I'll share it in the group. This is what happens when yeah, oh, this is beautiful. That's lovely. That's lovely. Foreign entity for California. Who do you hire to do it all for you? You're not going to sign up as a foreign entity for California. You're straight federal, fool. If you formed in Washington, you're federal. You're recognized in California. Don't have to register as an entity. You do that, you're bound by their state tax. God, people pay attention. Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, I think I posted it in there. If you're there, if you're in that group, you can look it up. I don't even remember what I'm telling you to look. Oh, magnesium. Magnesium. There's this video that I shared there talking about the different forms of magnesium and what is good for what, because there are different forms. I would go for would spray it on the solar plexus area because you have like your major lymphatic structure there. That's like the central point. Um, I would spray magnesium glycinate with no preservatives in it there and on the armpits. Dermal application of magnesium is much, I mean, in my personal opinion, it's much more superior than internal ingestion ingesting supplements for magnesium. But yeah, I would go and do that. Um, be careful, Firefly. Be careful. Okay. Jade Heart, are you here? One heart. Da, da. Let's get together and feel all right. Oh, hey, what's up, Buster? Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it, baby. If you give it to me, I'll give it to you. You're welcome. I'm wondering, should we just timestamp Jade Heart? All right. So 51:30 with 51:40. Hi, Jade. Let us look. Okay. Okay, let me just I'll put on. Okay. First song that's out. Do, 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 do. Bus bus. Okay. The left side of your field looks very depleted. This is concerning, very concerning. Um, how would I say this? Like just beneath your neck on your spine, there's a dark spot there. Your whole left side is dimmed. Um, I'm concerned, Jade Hart. If you're experiencing symptoms, do you know what a TIA is? Um, hold on. Um, all right. And it's a transient ischemic attack, but let me get you some symptoms, okay? Hold on. Really want to party with me. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, this is from Harvard Health. Um, okay. Stop. What are you? Fine. I'm going to save your image. All I wanted to do was show people. You want to do crazy scrolling stuff? I'll just take the damn image. There. Here. All right. So, Jade Hart. Let me hide that part. All right. So, you want to screenshot this and save it, okay? Um, be fast. Balance. If you have loss of balance, headache, or dizziness, you suddenly get blurred vision. One side of the face starts to droop. You can't feel it. You can't control it. Uh, one side of you is weak, like your arms or your legs. Your speech becomes different. Your voice sounds different. It's more slurred. Um, your attempt to try and communicate, it's like you can't form the words. You just keep saying certain words and it's not coming out the way you want it to. And then time to call for the ambulance immediately, okay? Half of you is not receiving the appropriate energies. I'm hoping this is just energetic, but the times where I've seen this type of circumstance, it's either a transient ischemic attack, which is like um, almost like a mini stroke, and it will self resolve. But here's the thing, even though the TIA will self resolve, what's going to happen is this is a precursor for a massive stroke. You need to get checked. You need to make sure that you're okay. You go in for a physical if you're not feeling any symptoms. Um, if you are already like, this is resonating because you've been feeling weird, you've been having these little spells, like dizzy spells and things like that. Uh, you need to be assessed by a medical professional. Um, if if you get um if you have a stroke and you get the appropriate treatment quickly, um, they can give you clot busting medications, things like that, and really mitigate how much catastrophic injury is caused to the brain. Um, we want to minimize that. Um, hold on. Okay. 1 second. Um, so, um, capsicum. Hold on, okay? Um, look into this information. Um, now, you already know, but I have to still, for legalities, give the disclaimer. I'm not licensed to treat, diagnose, prescribe, none of that. Okay. I'm not a medical professional. Um, but this information might be good for you. So, um, it would be good for you to begin doing some very deep diving into the health benefits of regularly administering to yourself consuming cayenne pepper. Okay. The capsaicin in that could potentially have beneficial properties um, for heart attack, possibly for stroke. It is very similar from literature, medical literature that I've read. Is very similar in its effects as aspirin. It helps to thin the blood to kind of help mitigate some of that. I am not going to be able to tell you how much to take, how often to take, because then that crosses a threshold of providing medical advice, and I'm not allowed to do that. So it would be good for you to really look into that. Yeah, make your food medicine. When you eat the things that are really intended for the human body to take in and support our own processes, it's powerful. It's very, very powerful. So, like for me, I was able to very powerfully correct my hormone imbalances. And it was serious. My health was severely affected. Um, it took time, but I was able to correct it with simply wild jam and chasteberry, right? More effective than, you know, hormone creams that are topically applied. You can definitely make your food medicine. Um, let me see. I always get bilberry and berberine switched. Let me see. Reduce inflammation. Okay. Uh, berberine. I believe berberine is a it thins your blood as well. Let's see. Uh, it says people most commonly use berberine for diabetes, high levels of cholesterol. You're looking for the cholesterol benefits. Okay. The name of the it's also like nature's Ozempic. I don't take berberine, but yeah, it might be something you can your medical professional about. Um, really, just um asking them all these questions. And my understanding, it shouldn't be too expensive. It shouldn't be. You can look for ways where it's steeped as a tea. You can look for like the capsules and things like that. You want something that contains the extract of it, uh, whole plant profile. It's what you want to look for. I love Gaia brand supplements. I don't take all of them. I take supplements from all different brands. But the reason I love the Gaia brands is the capsule contains the full plant profile. So there's all that regulatory stuff that the plant has innately within itself that will also be beneficial for you. So berberine, look into that. Um, you have you have some narrowed arterial walls. Um, you want to address that ASAP. And if you've been having irregular, I'm sorry, buzz, but you have to stop yelling in my ear. I'm gonna turn that off. um, there's if you allow yourself to really commit to um life-changing type um shifts in your lifestyle, you can get this situated before it becomes an actual issue, which is definitely much more beneficial than waiting until you actually, have a stroke or whatever. That can be very catastrophic, and um, it's not good. We want to avoid that. And there's certain herbal things that can be explored by you and a licensed professional um, to very, very efficiently resolve that rather than going and getting a stent put into arteries and veins and stuff, right? We want as little allopathic medicine intervention as is safe for the condition that you are dealing with. That's my general rule of thumb for life in general. As little allopathic intervention as is safe for the condition that you are dealing with. Like I was joking with my husband. He told me last night he almost had to go to the hospital because what'd you do? You dropped the knife? Oh. Fell off the counter? The knife fell off the cutting board almost. Knife off the cutting board. He didn't have slippers on in the kitchen. And luckily he realized and he moved his foot because it would have impaled his foot. And I was joking and I was like, oh, good thing. Because my brother works in the OR. I was like, oh, good thing I still have the suture kit. And he just looked at me like, my son just looked at me like, wait. You wouldn't take daddy to the hospital. I would. I would. Gotta make sure we didn't sever any tendons. But I was like, I still got the suture kit. I would take you to the hospital, honey. There's certain things that allopathic medicine is good for. And then other things are it's not so good for, Yes. Oh, thank you for that, Teresa. There's a specific protocol that's enacted for every single hospital. They need to diagnose you. They need to do all the diagnostics within 40 minutes of the onset of symptoms, not when you arrive at the hospital, but the onset. Time is absolutely of the essence when it comes to cardiac and stroke, neuro stuff. Okay. So after a certain time frame, and again, what Teresa's and Teresa's a medical professional, okay? Within an hour means from the start of the symptoms, not an hour after you arrive. There's a huge importance on everyone understanding this. If you're starting the symptoms, you're not going to take a nap, wait, 3 hours, fiddle your thumbs, and then be like, maybe I should go in. It's not going away. No, 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 no. Remember the graphic that I showed you guys? Everyone should screenshot that and save it. Um, it could literally save a life. It really could. It could save someone from just absolutely catastrophic, devastating injury, right? And that's very hard to overcome when you get injured with a stroke because it's blocking the blood from flowing through certain parts of your brain, regardless of where that clot is. It's your brain tissue is dying without the blood, right? The longer you wait, the more your brain cells die. So it's very important to act quickly. Okay. Yeah, no, they won't. They won't. They absolutely will not. Nope. Don't drive yourself to the hospital because then you're gonna have to go through the registration and then the triage. Nope. Certain things you just call 911. They rolled you in like VIP, baby, front of the line. That's what he said to my brother. Why are you gonna drive in? He'd be like, I'm just gonna ask them to drive me. No, you're not. Call 911. You're gonna be laying like a princess. They're gonna just roll you right in. They're gonna be like, you okay? Let's check everything. Right. And yeah, no, if you drive in, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna be in that waiting room. You're gonna have to wait a long ass time. Very detrimental. Okay. So I hope you're okay, Jade Hart. I hope you're okay. Okay. Kevin feels like heaven. I'm sorry, Kevin. I didn't mean it like that. La la la. La 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 la. Yep, they triage you in the ambulance. I mean, they even triage you before you the ambulance. You get having some chest pain, you're not gonna drive. You're gonna call the ambulance, you're gonna ride in your wherever you're at. They're gonna bring their little portable EKG. They're gonna tell you, just breathe. Everyone sit still. They're gonna check. If it shows up there, we rush your ass. You going, you're gonna get help. Right? So that's the benefits, you know. That's worth I don't know how much they charge you for the ambulance. All right. All right. Oh, you are so sweet. Kevin bought a scan to give away. So after I work on Kevin, we're going to go ahead and do number wars to do a scan. Oh, I was like, I could have sworn he had two things coming. Okay. Makes sense. Thank you for that, Kevin. That was very generous of you. All right. Let's get started. Let me not do Busta Rhymes because he was yelling in my ear for too long. It was just like, but don't. I was too much. It totally overwhelmed me. Who are all these people? You know, I don't know if someone has access to my Apple Music, but there's stuff being added that I don't know any. Like, who are you? Okay, that's it. Let me just. Here goes. Oops. It's a scissor type moment, okay? Don't judge. We're having a scissor type moment. Good day in my mind. Safe to take a step out. Breathe deep and slow. Have you been having something happening with your belly? I'm empty my shit. Trying to keep from losing the rest of me. Oh. Do you mind sharing the symptoms you're feeling? Play the deal, feel the mood. Wait, can you keep this holding me? Oh, hold on, okay. Okay. Um, do you also experience like a burning sensation in your belly? Wait. Oh, I'm saying. Okay. Okay. What you eat or drink? There is an imbalance. Do you also get gas and bloating? all night thinking about you, about you, about where I am going. Depends on what you eat. I'm wondering, the things that come to mind is candida and H. pylori. So pylori. Hmm. Here. You can look into this. I think your body responds to things slightly different, but for some reason, those are the two that really pop into my head. Um, I need to check one more thing in your system. Let's see. You look at the most common digestive herbs for health benefits regarding, digestion. They're all parasitic extraction exorcism herbs. That's hilarious. It's like these are all like legit. Okay. Um, caraway. Caraway sounds good. I think something is needing to be cleared. I think you have something parasitic, not energy parasitic, but you know what you can try? Oh, did I mention that before? Ooh. Go to the grocery store. Any grocery store will have this. You go in the baby section where they have like the little medications and stuff for newborns. It's not typically in the pharmacy area. It's like where they keep the diapers and the baby soap. Look for gripe water. Um, yeah, it hopefully will chill your belly out. I'll show you my I'll show you my favorite gripe water to use for when my kids have um tummy stuff happening. Um, and you just look for this. It's pretty easy to find. I mean, there's um, a ton of different types, brands, I mean, but this is what I give them. And when, for everyone else, like if you're having, like you've been having some crazy like food poisoning, first off, your body's trying to get rid of a toxin, okay? It's this brand, Mommy Bliss. I love this brand. It's like, but it doesn't last long. You have to keep it refrigerated or it's going to go bad. But it has some really amazing ingredients. Um, if you have like a hangover, if you have, your tummy was upset and it's kind of like you feel already super emptied out and you still can't like either through the top or the bottom, you can take some gripe water and it'll help to calm the peristalsis because sometimes once it gets started, your stomach lining, your intestines, all of that will get all like, moody and it just won't stop. It becomes like a spasm. And so you can't stop. The gripe water will help to calm it down. But there's something. Have you thought about doing a like cleanse. I don't feel your breach. It feels like you might have parasites. Do you eat sushi and stuff like that? Because well, it might even be from childhood, to be honest. Like if you were fed things as a child, like say your parents like to eat at restaurants. It's not about necessarily improper food handling or eating at dirty restaurants. It's just kind of inherent in the food supply, and sometimes things get tainted with it. Um, there are. I hate fish too, but things that are like undercooked, beef tartare, things like that. I don't know. Maybe something got mistakenly cross contaminated. But I think you have something because I keep seeing these little tiny like worms. Hold on. What the heck does it look like? La 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 da 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 da. It's really, really small. I want to say kind of like this. It's very similar to this. Well, but I don't have, it's like really, really small, almost to the degree where I would even say you might not be able to see that with a naked eye. Let me show you. And it's white too. It doesn't have a glow, but it's white. That right there to the far right. Very, very similar to that. So yeah. And that's a post on intestinal worms. So I think you might have something. And it could be like also things that are in the soil. If you travel a lot, you might be exposed to things like that. Um, I feel like it's just something where your body does not like it. Cyclospora. Sorry for yelling at you. Let's see. Well, I mean, unless you're having diarrhea, it does involve stomach cramps, increased gas, nausea, fatigue. Let's see. Let's look what it looks like. Oh, oh, that the image I showed you, I guess, is cyclospora. Okay. I mean, that's not okay, but it's still okay. Um, similar to this. Ew. Ooh. Yuck. I'm gonna text Jesus and ask him if he could just take cyclospora off of the roster. Like, we don't need none of that. We just say take that out. Take that one off the team. It doesn't need to exist here. Oh shoot. That's the type of image I kept seeing. Like that. They, I guess, look white because they're kind of transparent, you know? So maybe look more information into that. And then I'm going to do the energetic work. It's caused quite a bit of shifting in your template. Not necessarily bad shifts, but it's caused a lot of like depletion. Your energy looks fairly depleted. Um, looks inflamed in the belly too. for some reason, but no, that would be a medical emergency. How long is this going on? And it's just nausea. It would actually involve vomiting bile. So unless you vomited green stuff, but I mean, yeah, no, your bowels would die. Huh. I don't think it's that. I think something's trying to convince me is that intestinal malrotation can first it will kill your bowels. Um, whatever is beneath the kink in the intestines will die if it doesn't get into not into, but if it doesn't get medical treatment ASAP. Um, and then secondly, you would be in pretty pronounced pain, I would say. I think your belly would feel really just, you would be prompted to go to the hospital. It dissipates and comes back. So I don't think it's intestinal. Ah, oh. Do you still have your appendix? You do. I'm wondering if it's connected to the appendix. Not that you have an appendix that needs to be removed, but the appendix actually has a very real, a very real function. I've read quite a bit of alternative literature that goes on to kind of illustrate that the appendix part of its function is to serve as like the antibiotic sac for your bowels. So it releases all of that good stuff into there. I think it might be tied to that. I don't think your appendix needs to be removed. I don't think. Uh, okay, hold on. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Um, you should take oh, not take, but you should look into the benefits of taking black seed oil. And then obviously the gripe water, you could look into that as well. So black seeds, proper name is Nigella sativa, and you should probably do a food journal as well. A very, very um, in-depth food journal. You could maybe do a calendar. Oh, excuse me, a calendar app on your phone. And that way you can make entries whenever you eat. So you'll enter in the time, what you ate for that day, like right as you ate it or right before you eat it. And then if symptoms of things start like nausea, you enter that in as well. And you'll begin to see a pattern. um, Food journals are actually really, really powerful because that's part of what I did for my kids when we're trying to figure out what the heck's going on with their health. I listed bowel movements. I even listed like this TMI, but the consistency, the smell, um, like what it looked like, how long it was, did they strain, all of that. Very, very in depth. And I that's actually how I was able to diagnose him myself with what is it called? Celiac disease. And then, of course, I went to see his doctors. I brought him in, and they basically confirmed everything. I brought him in because I was requesting they do a liver panel, full liver panel for him. That was going to be the confirmation, short of a biopsy, which is still unreliable. Um, and yeah, the liver panel was through the roof, like 400 times the value it should be. And that's what happens when you have food intolerance. I'm wondering if you also have a food intolerance that's causing quite a bit of imbalance that is feeding candida and causing H. pylori to kind of get all funky, which would then affect the appendix trying to produce enough um, bad juju negator juice. You know what I mean? It all ties together. So the black seed, Nigella sativa, it is it's a really good thing because it's actually an immune modulator and it keeps the immune system balanced so it doesn't overreact and underreact. It's good for inflammation, immune function. It helps to enhance protection against infections, all of that good stuff. Um, it also has antibacterial activity. Um, Gram-positive bacteria are more susceptible to the action of the oil, whereas gram-negative organisms are more sensitive to the extracts of black seeds. So, um, I think black seed will definitely help. Pumpkin seed also, pumpkin seeds, pumpkin seed oil, papaya seeds. Those help to expel mimosa pudica. Oh my god. You gotta try some mimosa. Okay. So I was taking mimosa pudica for a while, but let me see. And this I'm not even it's even too much for me to share that. So, mimosa pudica is high in antioxidants and may help balance gut flora. It has detoxifying properties and may also relieve other ailments. Um, it's antibacterial, anti-venom, anti-fertility, anti-convulsant, antidepressant. It's an aphrodisiac. It's everything. It's everything. So you want to specifically take mimosa pudica, not just any there because there's different types in the family of mimosa. So mimosa pudica. Um and this hold on. This is a brand that I've used myself. Well, it was up there, now it's gone. Uh Let me this. I would get this from I actually have quite a few bottles. You know what? Here, I'll show you. Sorry. I'm halfway done with your painting. Kevin, I'm halfway done with your painting. And what I can do, I believe I have like 3 bottles still. I can send you one. It's this specific, oops, sorry. It's this specific brand, Mimosa Supreme. And I felt like it benefited me quite a bit. It felt like it totally balanced out my 14 reviews. Let's see. Feels like it totally balanced out my intestinal area. Yeah. Yeah. It felt good to me. It felt really, really good. Um, well, okay, so wait, this is the brand. So just email me if you want me to go ahead, as long as it's not expired. If it's expired, I'm just toss it out. But email me if you want me to include that bottle in your painting when it goes out. Or you could always, I got mine from Amazon. They have that brand on Amazon. So let me go ahead and start your. But I guess I'm lonely, broken hearted. Life's not over. Here we go. Okay. Breathe deep and slow. All right. How do you feel? Would you mind getting me hot tea or asking one of the boys to do it? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Awesome. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, what I would personally do, I would first personally, and you're very smart. I'm sure you can figure out. But I would personally start with the mimosa pudica. This is what I did for myself. I did the mimosa for a couple weeks there. And then when I felt like there was no more um, intense benefits that I was getting from the mimosa, I stopped the mimosa and I went in with a full liver detox. And that, was again okay because if your colon, your intestines are all gunked up, it's doing a detox, doing a parasite cleanse is not going to work right. It's just not. So we want to clear that out first with a mimosa, and then I did the liver detox. After the liver detox, I focused pretty heavily on lymphatic detox. Um, for the liver and the lymphatic system, yes, they're tied together, but the lymphatic system can't properly clear itself and be eliminated unless the liver is functioning beautifully, right? If the liver is sluggish, if it's already overwhelmed with, toxins, all kind of different stuff. And with the toxins, it's not just food; it's things we apply on our skin, in our hair, all of that. It absorbs in, right? So if it's already very, very like overwhelmed, it's gonna be even more overwhelmed with the lymphatic stuff. So those are the stages that I did. Um, and I probably still need to do a full-on parasitic cleanse. Like, I don't know. There's been a couple that I've seen. Amish. Hold on. Okay. Yes. You could do an Amish parasite cleanse. Well, just look for that specifically. Uh And I don't know if you'll find products that are marketed as Amish, but you want to make sure it's actually the Amish kind. I think that's part of Amish culture. Yeah, it's hot. I'm not sure. I'm not Amish, but I've heard from quite a few different places they do parasite cleanse like twice a year or something like that. So I think that would be good. Um, but if you're already nauseous, it might also be good to see the doctor, to see a naturopathic doctor or a traditional Chinese medicine doctor. TCM. They would be good, but they have to be skilled. Not all of them are skilled. I'm sure you have um, exceptional discernment. So I think you'll find someone wherever you're at. Thank you, Kevin. And let me know if you do want me to send you that bottle with your painting. I'll just toss it in the box when I send your painting out. All right. So, guys, let's do a number wars because Kevin donated a scan. All right. Thank you for the scan donation, Kevin. Let's pick a number 1 to 100. Let me just. Do you want to write the number, Daddy? Do you want to be a part of this? I have it right here. That's huge. That's huge for me to hold.
You go to the gym. Shouldn't be too heavy.
Hey, I go to the gym and lift heavy with appropriate grips. iPad too heavy for me. Pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment I see will win. Okay? You'll win the scan that Kevin donated. Oh, I better hurry it up. It's 2:39. He didn't say nothing to me. He didn't say nothing to me. Have you guys been having issues with telling time and dates? Da-da. You hear that? Da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Guys. Annie, you won. Annie won. Annie won. Congratulations, Annie. All right. Is there anything in particular that you would like me to scan? Annie, Annie, Bo Banny, Banana, Fana, Fo Fanny. Okay. You're pausing your noodles. I had noodles right before we started. All right. Is there anything you want me to scan in particular? Lungs. Okay. I see a lot of inflammation. Um, it's almost causing like reactive airway. Um, it's like asthma, you know. I don't think you have reactive airway disease, but it's causing your airway to be reactive. Something you're inhaling something that's irritating it. Do you work in a facility that uses chemicals? Where you work, do they use chemicals like spray things, maybe cleaners, disinfectants? Do you do that at home? There's something that's getting into your lungs. Yes, chemicals. Is my audio distorted?
Once in a while.
That's weird.
Once in a while because.
After every shift. It might be that because I'm seeing the top portions, the mid to top portions of your lungs. They're very irritated. Um, do you guys wear masks when the disinfectants are used? Because if you guys don't, it might be good for you to wear a mask if possible before you disinfect, like a really good mask, something that will catch the particles before they enter your lungs and thing. Heavy dry cough. Oh man, I think you were exposed. I think you were exposed to the newest strain of 3M. That's not something you get an extraction for. Um, because it would explain. Annie, I'm gonna ask you a question, okay? Um, when there's a tough, very, very tough, very challenging life circumstance that's happening, do you have a tendency to compartmentalize that and just be like, you know what, I can't deal with that right now. I have to do the stuff that I need to do. Or do you tend to react to it like difficult, sudden onset of difficult life circumstance? Do you have a tendency to react to it more like, I don't understand why this is happening. Like, why can't this just go away? Why can't we just this? Why can't we just that? Which one do you react more? Which way do you react more? Not one. Do you complain? Do you tend to be more the type to complain? Like, but I don't want to. Why do I have to? You get to the root of it. So you don't give yourself really the time to um overly process your emotional reaction to it, right? You're like, okay, this needs to be resolved and I need to do it ASAP. That's why your lungs are affected. The new strain of 3M, when you're exposed to it, it goes after. Um, so people are typically divided into those two houses of emotional response or reactivity, right? Are you going to be responsive or reactive? You're the responsive type. You get to the root of it. You keep trying to function. You got to do what you need to do. And then there's the other type, the reactive type, where it's like, but why? I don't want to. This is not fair. I don't understand why we have to, they don't allow themselves to process. That's part of their process, is to initially not process. For your type, that usually will affect the lungs, because the emotions that are involved, those are what get compartmentalized, and that typically enters into the lungs. It would be good if you also look into, yep, that's exactly what I got sick with, Annie. Oh my God. Look into Nigella sativa, which is the black seed oil. Um, that one really, really helped me. I feel like when I started doing that, and then I added in some of this, they're all just natural supplements. It really helped to boost my my immune function. I also did a lot of nebulizer treatments without the steroids. Um, that helped. You might need to get inhaled steroids, because after 3 weeks of that, I'm pretty sure it's really inflamed. Do you even wheeze? Are you starting to, you have a little bit of a in your exhale, or like a little crackly feel? Because you need steroids for that, right? Um, you also want to look into guaifenesin, I believe. That's an expectorant, or it's not a cough suppressant. I believe that's an expectorant portion. You want something that will thin the mucus and get it out. Like, I was like, what? It's been over a month since I got sick. Yeah, your lungs need some support. This is the perfect example of, it's time for allopathic medicine to step in, and just have maybe a couple treatments with a nebulizer that was really helping me. And it will help the wheezing and such a reactive coughing type thing, the spasming that causes you to have the coughing. You need something that will help your body expectorate. Guaifenesin, hold on. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. um, yeah, guaifenesin, whatever. I'll put it on the screen. um, it's an expectorant. The muscle ache and shivers was gone after a week, but the coughing is still there, but not as bad. Man, I had that shit for like 2 weeks. Felt like I was being just absolutely kicked my butt. Yeah, yeah. And I do still have a cough. I don't think you're contagious. I don't think I'm contagious either. But it's just like the body still struggles to get all of that out. Um, I think those things will help you, especially introducing a nebulizer with some nebulizer albuterol, or I forget the name of the steroid they put in the nebulizer, but that will greatly help you with a cough. And then I drink these teas. I put 2 bags in. It's like a throat coat tea, and whenever I do that, it I forget one of the I don't remember exactly which herbal ingredient it is, but it's very good at helping to break up mucus, and it really coats my throat, and it helps to relax some of that overreactivity. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things that have been unresolved, emotional things that are stored in your lungs, and that's coming up to be cleared as mucus. So if it's a dry cough, that's so not good. It's stuck in there. Like the bottom third of your lungs is really let me see. I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay. Oh, it's very good for like antibiotic type treatment. It's a type of time. You need something that's an expectorant though. Um let's see. Licorice. Oh, these are all the things that are in my tea. Licorice, L-campaign. Hyssop, horehound. Okay, mullein and thyme. Very, very good. It's very, very good. You could just find a tea with all of that stuff, and it'll greatly help. Um, ooh, that rock garlic. Oh, you know what I found? Um, if you go ahead and you crush garlic, or you can even do it with onion. You crush it and take all the skin off first, and you crush it, and then you put it in a jar and you cover it with just enough raw honey, and you leave it sitting out for I think like 24 hours, and then you let it just percolate in there. It starts to ferment, and the honey becomes infused with all the medicinal benefits of the onion and the garlic, whatever you do it with. It's some really good medicine. So yeah. Thank you, Annie. And thank you again, Kevin. Let us see. Charlie. Oh, okay. Mm. Ooh, that's a good one. It's a very good one, actually. Very good. Um, she's like, I eat pickled. Charlie, are you here? Can we timestamp Charlie? Because the time difference might.
Sure.
1:59. Hi, Charlie. So, your question. I had to read it a few times to see what the appropriate response. Um, okay. So to understand the darkness requires you to be immersed in it. That's oftentimes why a dark night of the soul is a precursor to the illumination of an ascension, right? It's important for you to allow yourself to be fully immersed in the process. It's also important for you to work on losing fear of the darkness, because the darkness is an intrinsic part of you. The reason that you were allowed to become and encouraged to become very aware of the existence in the darkness um, that encompasses that space of discrepancy between the elevation and the current space is so that you can begin to retrieve your parts. Your most powerful parts are in the shadows. That is the brand, Botanical Medicinals. I could not remember what brand it was. That's okay. I ended up with Yogi and a Walmart organic brand. But I'm sorry, Charlie. This it's just I saw Rainbow Flames' comment. It's a good throat coat tea. I pulled you 3 cards. Um oh, that's why you're struggling with it. Your first card. Mhm. Here. It's in reverse, right? what it says is make peace with your past. So there's been things that have happened. I'm not sure what they are, but they're things that to some tends to be you have not yet resolved it, right? It's still something that is being very much avoided, compartmentalized. And I think what your soul is saying is that now, oh, see, look, compartmentalized. It's in a, it's in a jar. It's in a beaker with a lid on it. It definitely is something that needs to be resolved. I'm not sure what needs to be resolved, but something needs to be resolved. Uh, this might this fear of the dark. Well, I don't know if it's fear, but hesitancy um, might be connected to your father, right? Because this card comes out and it feels like, oh, that's your inner child. And that is like a father energy. And you didn't really have his head on right. And, really blocked off the reality of their behaviors. This card came in reverse, but it says, let love grow. So it's still something that is kind of like wrapped around you. It's very much wrapped around you, and it's causing you to not be able to like fully look at the situation for what it was. And this is all part of the process of like a dark night of the soul type thing. I don't know what your relationship is like with your father, but it's definitely a sense that tied to your father. Card number 35, whatever you choose will be correct. You are the key. This came upright. You are the key. And notice the shadow, um, the dimness of this, and it's being pushed away. You'll be able to do it, but it requires being willing. I don't know that you need to have a conversation with your father, but it requires you allowing your inner child to have a conversation with you. That's easier said than done, especially when your inner child is precocious, very, very intelligent, very precocious, very aware, and very hyper vigilant for danger. That's the sense that I get. Mm. But yeah, I hope that helps, Charlie. Um, I hope you're doing well. And please give the belly a rub for me. Okay. Love and Thai Dreams Casted. Are you here? Love and Thai Dreams Casted. All right, let's go ahead and timestamp it. 2/5/20. Hi, Love and Thai. So I'm going to go ahead and do a general scan because I don't see anything input for what you wanted scanned. I'll just go ahead and do a general for you, okay? I see a lot of shadow, the backside of the left of your head, your left, and then behind you. It's almost like something like a rain cloud looking type thing, like a very angry, gray, very dimly lit rain cloud. It feels like it's something that's trying to creep in and and really affect your thought process. I feel a lot of frustration that's trying to be initiated. I don't think you're doing it. I think you're very sensitive to it, right? Um, and then I'm showing your palms and the soles of your feet. And it's almost this sense of something is making it its goal. It's the goal of something to kind of block your access to discharge um distorted and disharmonic frequencies into the earth, and it's blocking your ability to pull it in and direct it out. So something's definitely trying. And then I suddenly feel left side of my throat, um using a clone proxy, left side of the throat within the clone proxy, there's a pokey feel, like something is trying to chisel away at it. I'm not sure if you're having conflict with one who is trying to like affect the way you communicate or what you communicate. It's almost like someone's trying to shut you up. That's not gonna work. They ain't gonna shut you up. I know you. You gonna fight that. That's not gonna work. But there's a I guess the feel that I'm getting from this scan is that your soul is validating. You're not being a drama queen, you're not starting shit, you're not stirring the pot or any of that. Um, someone's really trying, right? They're being very intentional, but also very covert in what it is they're doing. And it's having this effect on you. It's not fully in your field though. Make sure it doesn't go in at all. Okay. Um, look at all of the different techniques that we've been covering over the past week or two. Um, there might be something in there. You also need to make sure you're doing the hydroalloy shield because that's going to make it a lot harder for things to see what's happening within your field, like the areas that are easily exploited. Okay. I think that's what's happening is that the areas that can be exploited are able to be witnessed, observed by parasitic stuff. There's an uptick in parasitic activity over the past several weeks, and that involves everyone. It's not just certain people, it's for everyone. Thank you, Love and Ty. Liza Molly, are you here? Liza Molly, I hope I'm saying your name right. Your screen name. So I'm not sure why, but I absolutely love drinking out of this specific type of jar. And it has a lid. I love it. I love it. Liza Molly, are you here? You don't see it on your end, right?
No.
I know I got a lag. No? Okay. Liza, I'm so sorry. For the sake of time, I must timestamp you. So it was 2:09:30. All right. Liza, very deep and very slow. I'm gonna do your expedite. Okay.
She's here.
Oh, are you here? Okay. Hi. I still don't see it on my end though. Hi. Okay, perfect. So breathe deep and slow. Oh, it's Liz Amali. Thank you. All right. How do you feel, Liz? We gonna function. Hit that shoulder lean. um, okay. Any discomfort? Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. All right. Ryan, are you here? Get that shoulder lean. Da, 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 da. You're welcome. My shirt is all.
Here.
Hi, Ryan. Breathe deep and slow. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. All right. How do you feel? Yay. You're going to feel an uptick of frequency in a few seconds, maybe like 50, not seconds, minutes, maybe like 10, 15 minutes. So it's complete, but because of pathways that are now primed, it's going to surge a lot of frequency. Okay. So don't hop off the live for at least another 30 minutes just to be sure. Or you can, but if you start to feel that and it's starting to cause any concern in your chest, hop back on the live, let me know immediately, okay? I didn't expect it to, but it's just such a high frequency that I want to be extra careful, okay? Thank you, Ryan. Queen of Hearts, right next to you. Things just seem so dark. The stars, nothing up to your touch, your skin. Where do I begin? Queen of Hearts, I'm missing you. This emptiness inside. All right, thank you. Told me not to cry when you were gone. Is there anything in particular you want a reading for? You want a general? Can I lay by your side next to you? Okay, just let me know, okay, Ryan? I think there's a major lag on my end.
Yeah, there is.
All right. Oh, she put it in the intake.
It's not there.
We didn't get it because our web server sucks. tonight. Do you wanna? What would you like to do? Because we don't have your question. Can you hear my call? This hurt that I've been through. I'm missing you like crazy. Okay. It's not a secret. Yes. Not a secret. He's pissed off about something. So I don't know if he's a Trojan or what, or if he is just like flat out possessed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I mean, the cards are pretty straightforward. It's coming from home, the hearth. You're being dangled over the fire. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. Um, you're learning negation techniques. You need to start applying them to yourself, okay? Odin has gifted you a willing sacrifice. Had to send me money for the fight. That's probably why he's pissed. It's probably why he's pissed. So, this is a perfect opportunity for you to begin using what I've taught you to defend yourself. Okay? It's perfect time. So, do it, girl. Okay? All right. Thank you, Queen of Hearts. Amazing process wants a timestamp. Okay. The time is 2:18:30. Hi, amazing process. I'm gonna go ahead and pull cards and make sure you're all right. Stay next to you. Okay. All right. Oh no. Um there's a heavy emphasis on interfering with TF connections. Let's see. So 10 of staves. Excessive pressures, problems soon to be resolved, possibly using power for selfish ends. This ties into what we were talking about in the last exclusive chat for the Soul Sanctuary. You need to rewatch that. I'm going to have to be blunt with you right now. There were many, many things that were already said during that chat, and I'm not upset with you. There were many, many things that were already said during that chat that while you were there participating in the conversations, you were not willing to hear it. So that's what you're not seeing, your unwillingness to hear the things, the messages that soul is already providing you, right? It's not to say I'm always right. It's to say that that's a massive entry point. Okay, right now, the song I'm listening to, the guy is singing, I want to be here if I can't be with you tonight. So it's kind of like this unnecessary pressure, excessive pressure, which is what the 10 of staves is, right? And also using power for selfish ends. Remember, I was telling you during that chat, it's important that you do your own thing, right? It is very, very important. You have to become autonomous. If not, you're going to be the point of entry for the TF connection. All right, let's see. Six of Swords in reverse, stalemate, proposal, confession, declaration. Oh, unwanted proposal. So the stalemate, unwanted proposal. I think it's this thing of possibly, and I'm making an assumption here. I'm always going to be transparent with you. I'm making an assumption. It's you proposing certain types of decisions that are really not for you to do, right? These are things that maybe you really resonate with, but maybe the person you're trying to push this on does not resonate with that. And you're going to have to be okay with that. You're going to have to, because you know what happens if you don't? Yeah. It doesn't matter if everything in those cups are amazingly flavored. If they don't want to drink, they're not going to drink. And if you're going to continue to push it, this visual. Okay. So, 8 of Cups. Let's see. 8 of Cups, discontinuance of effort, disappointment, abandonment of previous plans, shyness, modesty, abandoned success. So, unless you want this individual, to reach a point, some type of breaking point, because there's a lot of shadow. I know this is a tree, like a bonsai tree, but whenever I first look at it, because my eyes are super blurry, I always see it as like, ooh, shadow. There's something shadowy trying. There is something shadowy trying both of you. And it will be successful if you don't pump your brakes and stop doing that. It will be successful. I tell you that right now. Okay? It does not matter how long you've been together. It does not matter how like deep that bond is. People have a breaking point, and if you're not going to be open to hearing what they are communicating, you deliver them to that breaking point. Now, I don't know if it's just walking out of the room or full on walking out of your life. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the situation that well to be insinuating either outcome. I don't know, but the card shows me there's going to be a discontinuance and a disappointment and all of these other things that really you don't want that right now. You don't. That's what you're not seeing, is the ways in which your good intention, um, your good intention is not a good thing if the recipient of that good intention is not wanting to receive that, right? Um, and I know you're going to take all of this really, really hard. Um, the relationship is going to a new place. And if you're going to continue with the same patterns from the space that the two of you are being encouraged to outgrow together, that's going to create problems. It's going to create problems. And I would not be surprised if those problems are exploited by parasitic things. Okay. And I have to just be very matter of fact and blunt in the communication, because if I sugarcoat it, I have this sense that you're going to turn it into something that I'm not saying, like a projection type thing to protect yourself, which I get. I get that, but I can't allow you to do that. I cannot. This is not something that's beyond hope. This is not something that like you just got to give up because you already messed it up. I don't think it's that. It's that it's about to go there. That's where it's headed. So if you don't shift something right now, that's absolutely what's going to happen. It's absolutely going to go there. And then you're going to come back and look at this and the exclusive chat we did, and you're going to be like, I get it, but then it's going to be too late. Right? So we want to avoid that by really taking a good solid look, this moment of involution for your evolution, not continuing to project onto the counterpart, right? Because really, yeah, you could be twins as much as you want, but they still have their own journey. They still have their own journey that is absolutely separate from you. The two of you can walk together side by side on that same road, but they're not to carry you. They are not to take on your journey as though it's their own and that they're obligated to. That type of interaction will really, really open you up to some massive parasitic stuff. And I would love for you guys to be able to avoid that. You have a very beautiful connection. I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of it. I really, really am. I don't know if I ever told you, but the way the two of you um, process information together is beautiful. But again, you are both each given a brain, a heart, and a soul to live an autonomous life beside each other. Not to help you better serve an obligatory existence if the other wants you to, right? And that goes for both of you. So I know everything that I said is really gonna make you go really, really deep into your self blame and stuff. You're making progress with that, but you need to do more work on it. You really do. You need to release a lot of that program that's convincing you that the way to cope is by blaming yourself. See, you're not here to cope anymore. You're here to move forward. You're here to grow and expand and all of that. And you currently have a partner that's willing to assist you with that. That's not good for parasites. They need the two of you separated so that they could do whatever they want. You got to do your part to continue to maintain whatever peace, um, and not being too overly intricately interwoven to the degree that you have an expectation of making a decision for them because you know better what they need. You can't protect someone from their own decisions. You can't. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And what's the goal, the best goal to have is to be able to give both of you the space to process your thoughts, make selections on your own terms, um, have differences that can be very healthy. Like my husband and I, we're polar opposites, and he's very good at helping me to see when I choose to, um, like a different perspective. That's that. I mean, tell them where I lied. He laughed. No, it had to be my choice, right? He could be providing me the most profound, powerful, healing information, but if I choose not to listen, I'm not going to hear it. I'm not going to hear it. And that's on me. I'm going to have to live with the consequence of whatever's going to happen if I don't listen to whatever he's telling me, right? So that's the answer to the question. Thank you, amazing process. Okay, KJ Weber. Do you remember Downtown Julie Brown? Wubba wubba wubba. Why would she say that?
Who knows? That was just her thing.
Oh, I'm glad she's doing great. Is KJ Weber here? Da, da, da. All right, so she might not be here. I think we're going to have to timestamp 20, 30, 40. Oh, 2, 30, 40. Hi, KJ Weber 33. So I'm reading what you wrote, and that sounds like a condition that I saw on TikTok recently. It's let's see. Uh No, that's not it. What's it? I think it's this. Let me see the active ingredient, okay? Hypochlorous acid spray. Oh gosh. It is okay. Let me just save this image. Because I don't want all this other information out there. All right. I already got people trying to kill me and stuff, you know? And it's I don't know, it's such a joke to me at this point. Oh, I was talking to my cousin. They don't know what's happening in my life. And I share that I have a stalker that's wanting to unalive me. And I was just like laughing about something. I was like, yeah, he looks like he smells like cheese. And I was cracking up. And then my other cousin's like, oh my God, did you not just hear what you said? Someone wants to unalive you. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, whatever. It's been 3 years, 4 years. I don't know. Something like that. It's like, whatever. Anyways, KJ Weber. This is the brand Think Smarter, HOCL. It's a natural all-purpose cleaner, surface sanitizer, and produce wash. And for some reason, it popped up on my TikTok. I wasn't sure why. And the ingredient is hypochlorous acid spray. So I don't know if you will find I'm going to put this in the comments so that you can see it. Hypochlorous acid spray. Okay, let's see. There was same symptoms as you. Where the symptoms that you were explaining. I wish I had saved it. It was a mother sharing about the experience of her child. He had similar symptoms, I think, on his back and his legs, I want to say. And the doctors were like, it just has to run its course. There's nothing we can do. And it takes anywhere from something like 6 months, I think, to like 2 years for it to clear. And in the comments, all of the lovely ladies who have experienced it themselves or with their children were talking about this spray, hypochlorous acid. And they were like, yeah, no, my kid had it too. And it cleared it up within a few days. And yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing, amazing, amazing. And I was like, I don't know. I need to know this. I didn't need to bookmark it, which I don't know where I bookmarked it to. But hypochlorous acid spray. And they specifically showed that brand. I've never used it, but I figure I'll pass along the information, and maybe you listening to this will cause it to show up on your TikTok if you have one. Okay. Yeah, oh my gosh. But with a bioscan, that's literally the first thing that popped in my head, which is weird because I watched it I think a couple of weeks back. And I think it's when I was like super duper sick. I don't even know how I remember that because I was out of it, like out of it. You might want to try that for that. Um, and I'm so glad about your daughter and that she's doing great. That's the best. That is the absolute best that the blastoma was contained. That makes me so happy. Let me go ahead and do additional scanning just to be extra extra careful. I don't know if you drink tap water. If you drink tap water, you need to filter that water. There seems to be a high concentration of like fluoride. I'm not sure where it's coming from. I don't know if you soak in baths or something like that. There's something in the water. Um, wait a minute. Hold on. I just gotta look up your state you live in. Um, oh, it's in. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at my phone because you know I don't know the login. Oh, perfect. Ooh, okay. There's something in the water there. I'm wondering why. I'm picking up some pretty high levels of fluoride. Um, okay. So, because I'm seeing it accumulating in your bones. Let's see. Skeletal fluorosis. Um, all right. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me see. I heard the term fluorosis. Okay. Do you have hypopigmentation of your tooth, like white spots on your teeth? It's fluorosis. And then also I think it can cause brown spots. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I don't know. It's going to take me too much time to look into it. There's something going on that it's not tied, I don't think. It's not tied to the rashes that you mentioned, but it feels like there's also a need for you to begin looking at how to safely remove fluoride from your body. Let's see. Okay, spirulina and tamarind. So that's what this says. Let's see. Spirulina can help to chelate. It can bind the toxic stuff. And tamarind is highly supportive of the kidney, of the liver. So let's see. Here, you could read this. It's from National Library of Medicine, SNIH. there, and I put it on the screen as well so that you can go ahead and see that. So this is an actual medical entry. Okay. It's not the alternative. It would be good for you to look at a lot of alternative information thingies regarding what did I say? Oh, spirulina and tamarind. Also look into chlorella. Those are good, but you have to get them, the spirulina and the chlorella, from companies that are willing to um, publicly post the purity of their product, where they're testing their product in a independent lab for any contaminants and heavy metals. Spirulina and chlorella are so good at binding to heavy metals and toxins that if it's grown in an area that is polluted, you're just taking in heavy metals, you know? So that's definitely something very important. And then tamarind, they make tamarindo. Tamarind candy is so yummy. I love it. I love it. It cleans you. So go check all that information out. Please send my love to Sophie. I'm so happy that she's doing well. And I hope that you do better too. I hope that acid wash spray thingy helps with that, okay? Thank you, KJ Weber. All right, Daniel at Blue Rabbit Studios. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh, that's a good question. Okay. Daniel, are you here? I know you were here earlier.
He's here.
Hello. Hello, Shadow Stalker. I'm joking. That was hilarious. You're like, ooh, that doesn't sound good. That's how I knew it was okay. All right. Quick question. What does TLDR mean? You know, uh, I'm not hip. I'm hip hop. The hippie to the hip hop. You don't stop rapping to the bang boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie, the beat. That's what I old school, like old AF school. All right, one more shuffle. What does that mean, Daddy? TLDR. You're my only connection to like the hip world. All right. Let's see.
Didn't read.
I clearly read that multiple times. I read everything. I'm the one that reads fine print. Thank you for considering my ADHD. So let's look. For your question, before I even pull the cards, I did pull the cards, but pick up the cards. When people have that type of question and concern, they have a tendency to be the very last to ever disregard the alignment, appropriateness, and health of their decisions and the effects of that on the people they love. You know what I mean? For the people that they take care of. So that alone tells me you probably on the right path. You're probably on the right path. You don't trust yourself. So then it becomes more of a thing of what type of traumas and distorted perception did you take in during the course of your relationship? Because this doesn't feel like it's you. It feels like you took in someone else's insecurity, right? And everyone has insecurities. It's not like, oh, they're insecure, they're bad, they're less than. No, everyone has insecurities, but these, they don't feel like they're yours. They feel like someone else's words have affected your thought process. And serial overthinker. There you go. Someone else's words have affected you. You took it in and it became your own. Like it got triggered, like your overthinking got triggered because someone said something that really was like, oh, but wait, am I just not seeing that? Am I the only one that's not seeing? Do I not know myself? I think that's what happened, right? So, the first card. Let's look. And I'm not trying to say that you're perfect either. It's just you would be the last person to be so selfish and not think about, the people who depend on you, because it feels like that's a very serious concern for yourself. Um, Not that it needs to be, but that's like very heavy in your thoughts. So the Sun card, accomplishment, contentment, success, favorable relationships, love, joy, devotion, and achievement. You're very devoted, very, very devoted to the people that you love. And you're on the right path. Whatever it is that you have been doing and choosing for yourself, yes, there will be missteps that will cause you to be like, oh, man, you know what? I shouldn't do this. I should just do something else. That's part of your learning, right? Because you're needing to get reacquainted with yourself. The amount of time that you were in that relationship is a considerable time. That's a very considerable time. So what that typically does is it turns you into whoever um the other person, if they're dominant, it turns you into whoever they dictate you should be, right? So I don't know if they were very domineering or what, but the sense that I get is you're needing to be more compassionate and more patient with yourself as you still try and find who you are and what you really should do. Okay. So don't get too hard on yourself with that. Your next card. Oh, wow. 2 out of 3 cards are major arcana. So Confucius, atonement, judgment, self perspective, rejuvenation, rebirth, improvement, development, promotion. Ooh, I mean, 2 cards, major arcana. Everything that you've decided thus far um, has been for the benefit of all involved, including the ex, right? Because, if you're not compatible, you're not compatible. There's no point in committing to that even longer term when all it is a perpetual war, right? Either a war within yourself because you had to stay quiet to prevent a war that they wanted to begin with, or that, I don't know. The sense is it feels like they have a tendency to enjoy the conflict. I'm not saying they're a bad person, but there's a lot of dysfunction that's going on there. And your presence really enables a continuation of their internal dysfunction. Again, not your fault, but that's just the situation. So even the decision to separate was the best decision for all involved, right? Um, so yeah, again, Confucius, atonement. I think your careful nature when it comes to taking the next steps is a form of atonement, right? Judgment, you have very good judgment, you have very good self perspective. This is the point where you're not just being forced to stay stagnant or being depleted. This is a point where you're going to allow yourself and be allowed to be rejuvenated. It's a rebirth, it's an improvement. It is a promotion from whatever you've been struggling through. I would say, all in all, this is really good information. 2 of Swords in reverse, duplicity. Ooh, did I speak too soon? Okay, so here's the question. I'll say it first. Duplicity, misrepresentation, treachery, false friends, and lies. Now, if you are seeking to be friends with the ex, I don't know that's a good idea. I think it is a better idea to keep your life private and very much co-parent in the healthiest way possible. Be supportive of each other's co-parenting, which I think that's your style anyways. But there's foolery afoot. I don't know if it's you guys have like a mutual friend, someone who was like a couple friend, right? It was a friend of you two as a couple, and they're trying to make it seem like they got you. Yeah, they're on your side, they got your back. This whole thing was messed up. Be careful. They're going back around and they're snitching you out. That's going to create issues. So it might, well, I don't know. The sense that I get is this is probably someone that the kids are very close to. You have kids, right? I don't know if you have kids. Hold on. The sense is you have kids. I don't know. I'm assuming. um, Whoever is in your care, this is someone that the people you care for, um, you know, they have some type of bond with whoever this um blasphemer is. Oh, so you had to cut, yeah. Yep. So this is basically confirming, like, that's not you being mean. That's not you thinking you're bad, because they're gonna gaslight you into that, where it's like, oh, I see. Oh, okay, you just gonna dump everybody? No, you're toxic too. You're not being dumped. You're toxic too. So we're just gonna have to leave that alone. Maybe you can do something more where it's like, if they do have a relationship with your kids and your kids really, really enjoy them and they're healthy for your kids, not going to your kids to get information. That's a big no-no. Um, but you know, maybe the kids can't spend time with them and you just don't share any of your life, just to prevent any further fighting. I don't think your ex is done. Um, ooh, yeah, it might be. Sometimes parents don't realize that you needed to make the decision you made. It's healthier for everyone involved. They get very caught up in their perception of how things should be, and they don't agree with your decisions. And oftentimes it comes from a place of love, but it's still very intrusive. So, it is what it is. That's still going to be mom, right? I mean, is that an option to cut off? I don't know. That's up to you. I've done that for a short period with mine. I didn't really solve anything. I had peace, but I knew that there was BS just swirling around, waiting for the opportunity to come in. And so what I've learned over the years is it's best to just have that relationship in certain circumstance, of course. If they're not beyond a certain level of toxic, it's best to just have that relationship and really be very intentional in what you allow them to witness, partake in, be aware of. So that way they're in your life and they can be satisfied with their need to meddle, but they don't know enough and aren't far in enough to really be able to meddle. So that was that was the conclusion that I had come to. And then of course as I grew, I came to the realization that there's just a lot of stuff that was unresolved. We think that mothers should be this and that, along with fathers too. The reality is they're just people still trying to figure things out themselves, carrying the wounds of their own parents. You know what I mean? Yeah, can't cut her off entirely, but have gone full on gray rock. Yeah. Um, if you're still going through a full on um divorce proceedings, you need to find a really good book. Look at all the reviews. A really good book on how to divorce a narcissist. I mean, I'm obviously just taking your word for it that the person is narcissistic. That's kind of the sense that I get too, though, to be honest. But um, you need to make sure that you understand all the intricacies of what you need to do as you go through that process. Um, like I know someone who just got granted a full-on divorce from a narcissistic partner, and because of whatever book they read, that gave them really powerful tips. Because I was reading the whole, I was reading like, oh damn, you know, I was reading their whole divorce thing, and I was like, that's crucial because it encouraged her to it encouraged them to ensure that in the agreement for holidays, special days, even the time is there. Like, so Christmas Eve, parent one will have the child from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. or whatever it is, right? And then the other parent will have the child from this time to this time. So that way there's less wiggle room for drama from the other parent, from the whoever's the narcissistic one, you know? Just things like that. Don't leave any details um to be exploited, because it will be. It will be. Um it feels like your ex-partner is absolutely livid that you managed to escape, that you managed to become empowered enough to escape. They got a chip on their shoulder over this. I don't know that they're going to heal from it. Um yeah, I'm sorry to say that. So this is something, you're going to have to just learn how to kind of just navigate. I think you will. You seem very intelligent to me, and you seem like you would do what you need to do to make sure there's as much peace as possible, with also an awareness and an acceptance that sometimes, peace is just not going to be possible today. So they can go ahead and do that by themselves, but I'm not going to participate. Right. Um, yeah, they all pretty much act the same. They do. They really, really do. It's nutty. It's nutty. They all like it, and it's just the only differences are the varying degrees of the intensity and commitment to malignant behaviors. That's the only variation between narcissists. I just like them. I just like all narcissists. I do. I can't stand people who are in that pathology level of narcissism. Like, we all have varying degrees of narcissism, narcissistic tendencies. The self-love journey is a narcissistic journey. But if you don't let it get to a space where it's like a diseased state, then that's fine, right? It's just part of you learning about yourself and your boundaries. So, um, oh, I love that. Not looking for peace with her, just in myself and my home, mostly for my children. Um, so peace for your children is going to require a way to find some degree of peace with her. Unfortunately, any conflict that exists between the two of you will negatively impact the children, regardless of how shielded they are. Why? Because they're half her. And I'm sure you're not saying anything disparaging about their mother to them, but um, to hear things about your mother has a tendency to destroy the child because I came from her, right? So that's definitely, I think if you're able to frame things in a way of pathology and, mental health and mental disease, um, you can begin to help them better understand. And maybe it's a good idea to find books that will give you very detailed instructions on how to navigate co-parenting with a narcissist, and how to best insulate your children from narcissistic rage. Um, yeah, I personally would be like, so and so has certain types of mental disturbances that make them very unaware of just how negative their behaviors affect you. So, the best we can do is give them the time and the space to calm down on their own, because you don't deserve to hear that. You don't need to be spoken to that way. But they still love you. They're just having a hard time right now, and I have to do what I need to do to make sure you're protected. This has nothing to do with you. I don't want you to blame yourself. This is something I don't even understand. So we have to make sure that we take the time to begin understanding how it affects us, how to keep ourselves and our thoughts safe. It's just really like helping children to understand, because depending on their ages, most children do not have the ability, the life experience to begin quantifying emotional immaturity, in a parent. And that will devastate the child as they grow. You can see how it was passed down from the environment he was raised into. And you could also mention something like that, where it's like, I see how mommy had to go through things as a kid, kind of like this. And I see how it affected her. And I don't want you to have the struggles that mommy is going through right now. I wish I could have helped, but unfortunately, I don't know how to. And it's just something I had to make sure, I had to make decisions to make sure that you guys can have another house where you can get a break from that. 'Cause mommy didn't have another house to get a break from that. And so, just we got to figure out how to love her with some space while she goes through that. That type of conversation. Whatever you tell the kids, it has to be age appropriate, and it should know that is cutting her down, because that affects the way the kids see themselves, which it doesn't feel like you would. It doesn't. It feels like you're just kind of you're needing some tips, right? And books are awesome, awesome places to find tips. So I hope that helps. Oh my gosh. I hope that helps. It's always so hard for children when one parent or even both parents are narcissistic, It's hard. I'm glad you're trying your best to do what you can. All right. Thank you, Daniel. Jennifer Beckett. Jennifer Beckett. Jennifer Beckett. What's going on with my phone? There you are to me, all that a woman should be, and I dedicate my life to you always. Ooh, you're the perfect one. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope it helps. That's a very tough challenge that you're facing, but it's doable. You can do it. It's doable. Jennifer Beckett, are you here? Ooh, you're the perfect one for me, and you forever will be. Shall we time stamp it? I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I'm being so impatient, but I gotta teach class. All right. So 3 hours, 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Hi, Jennifer. I'm sorry I couldn't wait and I'm not here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do your expedites. Let me just look for it again, just to make sure I do the right stuff. Gotcha. Okay. Make sure you have a seat, get comfortable. You can be reclined or even fully laying if you want. Just take a deep breath in, and I'm going to begin. Okay. Just breathe. You might feel elevations in frequency. Sending some sedation to your field. Shh. All right. So, hi. You're here. I felt you. I don't know if you have a delay. There's a lot of sedation running through the field. Your system was a little bit, the frequency was very high. So just breathe. All right. Let's give you a moment to catch up. I think you have a delay. Okay. All right. Okay. Michelle Lee, are you here? Ooh, sorry. Michelle, are you here? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And so for you. You always holding it down. You always holding it down. I wouldn't trade you, not for the world. Ain't no way. And I know, and I know, and I know you're one in a million. Okay, we got every time stop Michelle 3:10:15. Hi, Michelle. So I see your expedite. I want you to have a seat, recline, partially reclined, okay? Just breathe very deep and very slow. All right, just breathe very deep, very slow. and let that frequency trickle in. I had to slow it down. It's going to be on a delay because the frequency is fairly high and your system is not going to be accustomed to it. I don't want you to get too dizzy. Make sure you stay seated until you are certain that you're not going to be so dizzy you lose your balance. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. All right. Deb Lashbrook, you always holding it down. I wouldn't trade you, not for the world. Ain't no way. And I know, and I know, and I know.
Here.
Hi, Deb. Let me just get a song. Oh, when the saints we see are all made of gold. Okay. Mm. Are your legs okay? The truth, I wanna shelter you, but with the beast instead, there's nowhere we can hide. What we breed, we're still are made of greed. This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come. When you feel your heat, I'm seeing dark stuff. Do you have any marks on your legs? It looks almost like varicose veins, but it's showing up as black. So you don't have any symptoms of sepsis, right? Like it's still sore, but the wound is resolved. Everyone's having well, not everyone. Multiple people have had serious things happen to their ankles lately. I just realized that. But I'm hellbound. Oh, for you don't wanna hide the truth. Okay. And I see some of it in your very, very low belly. So, okay. It flows like spilled ink in water. If you look at like my intro video, you see all the like cloud that spreads, that's ink in water. That's what it looks like. It's coming from the bottom and it's going up. Your left, okay, so it kind of fills the very, very bottom portion of your belly and it goes up towards your left hip. Um, I don't I don't know what it means. Inflammation doesn't typically show up like that for me, and inflammation doesn't typically um look like it's inside the veins. And that's all I see. It's this random ass song that I don't know is on my phone. It says reason to be inside my head. I'm seeing the sign, it's flashing red. You won't believe it what's coming next. Okay. Like I don't want to listen. That's not even my kind of song. It's not. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna check you again, okay? Like, I wonder what your energy is doing. Hmm. Your higher self says not on a public forum. So I will have to privately message you. Okay. Oh, that's everyone? Awesome. I made it in time for class. All right, thank you, Deb. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me for the 888 primer event. It's a good thing to really get yourself ready for this portal that's coming up. There's a lot of amazing frequencies that can be had. You just got to make sure that use discernment. Okay, guys, definitely use discernment. I love y'all. I'll see you again very soon. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, join me when I'm live. Good night, everyone.